Good afternoon, Internet. Today is going to be, honestly, kind of a weird video. I have exactly one pack of cards, and there's something that kind of bothers me about the Pokemon hobby when it comes to gambling. Everybody just seems to want to get as many packs as possible, rip through them, skip right to the end, look at the rare cards, see if they got any big hits. And that honestly doesn't really sit very well with me. So we'll see how this goes. I'm just going to demonstrate how to slow things down and enjoy the cards that you get, or somehow attempt to do that. So this is one single booster pack of Paradox Rift. I know, very exciting. I will leave the code card till the end, so hopefully somebody sticks around. But for instance, here we have Panphage, 70 HP. It has a Call for Family attack, where you can search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. Helps with setup at the beginning of the game. It also has a Leech Seed attack for 1 grass and 2 colorless energy that will heal 10 damage from this Pokemon. It has a weakness to fire, X2, 1 colorless energy retreat cost. It is, the illustrator's name is Jerky, and they make this text super tiny. Paradox Rift, obviously, card number 4, and it has this text at the bottom for the Pokedex entry. It's good at finding berries and gathers them from all over. It's kind enough to share them with friends. I also missed this little bit of text from the Pokedex entry number 511. Grass monkey Pokemon, 2 foot tall, 23 pounds. So as you can see, there's a lot more to each of these cards than just rifling through the packs. Here's a Mantike, basic Pokemon with 30 HP. Number 458 in the Pokedex. It's a Kite Pokemon, 3.3 feet high and 143 pounds. It has a free attack called Buoyant Healing to heal 120 damage from one of your benched Pokemon. That's actually kind of interesting. It's weak to electric, and it has a free retreat. The illustrator is Mikikudo. It's number 39 in the set. And its fun fact is, it swims along with a school of Remoraid. And they'll all fight together to repel attackers. Mantike. Next up we have Gabite. Evolves from Gibble. Has 100 HP, a fighting Pokemon. Number 444 in the Pokedex. It is a cave Pokemon. 4.7 feet high with 123 pounds. It has a 1 fighting energy Power Blast attack that does 50 damage and allows you to discard an energy, from this Pokemon. So you have to power it up, attack, and then discard an energy. It's weak to grass, and it has 1 colorless retreat cost. It is number 95 in the set. The illustrator is Misoda Miso. And its fun fact is, in rare cases, it molts and sheds its scales. Medicine containing its scales as an ingredient will make a weary body feel invigorated. There we go. That's our third card. Next up we have a Minim. 70 HP electric Pokemon. This one has an ability, Buddy Pulse. If you have Plusle in play, whenever your opponent attaches an energy card from their hand to one of your Pokemon, put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. The effect of Buddy Pulse doesn't stack. It has a Speedball attack that costs 1 electric energy and does 20 damage. It's weak to fighting, has 1 colorless retreat cost. The illustrator is Hiromi Soto, and it is number 61 in the set. Oh, I've also been skipping. These are all common cards with the black circle. And its fun fact is it cheers on friends. Its friends are losing, its body lets off more and more sparks. We also skipped over the Pokedex entry, number 312. It is a cheering Pokemon, 1.4 feet high, 9.3 pounds. That's our 4th card. Next up is Iron Bundle. This, I believe, is a little more meta relevant. This is a basic Pokemon with 100 HP. It's a water type. The Pokedex entry is number 991. It's a Paradox Pokemon, 2 feet high, 24.3 pounds. This is Generation 9. It has a Hyper Blower ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch out your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench. Your opponent chooses the new active Pokemon. If you do, discard this Pokemon and all attached cards. So you can use a Hyper Blower ability to disrupt your opponent's active spot. It also has a Refrigerated Stream attack that does 80 damage and costs 1 water and 2 colorless energy. If the defending Pokemon is an evolution Pokemon, it can't attack during your opponent's next turn. So it has an attack lock. It's pretty interesting and helpful. It's weak to electric, costs 1 colorless to retreat. The illustrator is Oswaldo Cato, and this is number 56 in the set. Now we are to the uncommon cards. And its fun fact is it resembles mysterious objects mentioned. This one's hard to read. In an old book. There are only 2 reported sightings of the Pokemon. Iron Bundle. Next up, another uncommon, Gliscor, or Glisser, depending on how you want to pronounce it. 120 HP, fighting type Pokemon. This one evolves from Gilgar. This is number 472, a Fang Scorpion Pokemon. It's 6 feet, 7 inches high, 93.7 pounds. It has 2 attacks. One is Pierce attack for 1 colorless energy, does 40 damage. Its Toxic String attack does 80 damage for 3 colorless energy and has an effect. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. During Pokemon checkup, put 2 counters on that Pokemon instead of 1. This Pokemon is weak to grass, has a 2 colorless retreat cost. The illustrator is Gossin. It is number 92 in the set, and its fun fact is its flight is soundless. It uses its lengthy tail to carry it off, or to carry off its prey. Then its elongated fangs do the rest. Okay. Next up, we have a Future Booster Energy Capsule. This is actually really helpful in the game. This is a Pokemon tool. The future Pokemon this card is attached to has no retreat cost, and the attacks it uses do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. This is from 5-band graphics, number 164 in the set, and it has the rule about attaching any number of Pokemon cards to your Pokemon during your turn. We attach only 1 Pokemon tool to each Pokemon, and it stays attached. Alright, we're getting into our reverse holos, and this is a future reverse holo with the different pattern, the Techno Radar. You can use this card only if you discard another card from your hand, search your deck for up to 2 future Pokemon, reveal them, and put them on into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So, some Pokemon search. You may play any number of item cards during your turn. This is number 180 in the set, and the illustrator is Inos Yuki. Another reverse holo, Cloth, the Cloth. Fighting Pokemon with 120 HP. Pokedex number 950. Ambush Pokemon, 4 feet 3 inches high and 174 pounds, 0.2 pounds. Unhinged Scissors costs 2 colorless energy and does 30 plus damage. If this Pokemon is affected by a special condition, this attack does 160 more damage. And there have been some decks that have come out featuring Cloth. It also has a 2 fighting energy attack that does 80 damage, and this Pokemon is now burned. So you can use the first attack to burn yourself, and then the second to do massive amounts of damage, or use some other Pokemon to create the special conditions. This is weak to grass. Its retreat cost is 3 colorless. The illustrator is Yu Yu Oka. And the fun fact is, Cloth hangs upside down from cliffs, waiting for prey, but Cloth can't remain in this position for long as the blood rushes to its head. And our rare card is Low Kicks, evolves from Nimble, number 920, a grasshopper Pokemon, 3 feet 3 inches high, and 38.6 pounds. This Pokemon has a bounce attack, costs 1 darkness energy, does 30 damage, and has an effect to switch this Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. It also has a punishing kick attack that does 10 plus damage, costs 2 darkness energy. This attack does 40 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So that punishing kick could be a good way to finish off your opponent with a single prize Pokemon. It has a weakness to grass, 1 colorless retreat cost. The illustrator is Sukiru Gunjimi, probably. It's number 122 in the set, and its fun fact is when it decides to fight it out, it stands on its previously folded legs to enter showdown mode. It neutralizes its enemies in short order. And then we have a basic energy card. There's really not much to say about that. Here's the code card. Congratulations. If you stayed to the end of this video, there is your reward. So I just wanted to point out to all of the Pokemon fans out there, there's a lot more to one booster pack than blasting through, getting to the rare card and going, oh, I didn't get anything, I just got a Low Kicks. There's a lot here. A lot of these cards are playable. There's other formats than just standard competitive formats, and all of these cards have value. So that's all I wanted to say today. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoy content like this, let me know what you liked about it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and I will talk to you next time.